Even before the sun touches the horizon, the shrill sound of the tuba breaks the morning silence. Sleep vanishes instantly from the bones of the recruits. After a month in camp, it has already become a practiced reflex. The cold morning air bites into their lungs as the young men stream out of the barracks. As the ranks form, the veterans' gaze wanders over the recruits. They recognize themselves in these young faces. Not too long ago, they stood in their place. The transformation has already begun. Where once disordered chaos reigned, precise formations now emerge in seconds. The art of war is more than just combat. Formation is the soul of the Legion, and today the recruits learn this truth in all its depth. In the sand, the centurion draws the complex patterns of battle formations, the legacy of centuries of Roman warfare. Every movement must be precise, every step calculated. The sun climbs higher as the recruits practice the movements again and again. 100 individual fighters become a unit. Chaotic movement transforms into deadly precision. The secret of the Legion lies not in individual strength, but in perfect coordination. A legionnaire is only as good as his equipment. This lesson is impressed upon the recruits anew each day. In the glaring midday sun, they sit in the shade of the barracks. Every movement in weapons maintenance, followed by the watchful eyes of veterans. The oil on the blade must be even, every rivet on the shield secure, every strap on the helmet perfectly tensioned. The recruits learn the fine distinctions, the right oil for different metals, the best method to keep leather straps supple, how to straighten a bent shield boss. Between the rows of working men, stories are exchanged, of battles where well-maintained equipment made the difference between life and death. With each thrust of the spade, each lifted beam, the Legion's camp takes shape. The recruits quickly learn that a legionnaire must not only fight, but also build. Their swords rest at their sides as they dig trenches and erect palisades. The camp is their mobile fortress, their home in hostile territory. Sweat runs in streams, muscles burn, yet no one dares to complain. The veterans tell of battles won not by the sword, but by the strength of fortifications. In the hands of the Legion, simple tools become weapons. Each wall becomes a shield against the enemy. With the setting sun, a different kind of activity enters the camp. Weapons are checked one last time, armor repaired. In the tents and around the fires, small groups form, veterans and recruits, united in the rituals of camp life. The smell of leather, oil, and the simple evening meal fills the air. Conversations grow quieter, more personal. Here, in these quiet hours, comrades become brothers. Letters are written, stories told, wounds tended. The harshness of the day gives way to another kind of strength, the strength of community. The day ends as it began, with the sound of the tuba. Guards take their posts, torches are lit. In the darkness, the camp seems like a living organism, each man an indispensable part of the whole. Today's recruits are no longer the same as they were this morning. Each day shapes them further, makes them harder, stronger, true legionnaires. Night falls over the 10th Legion. As the stars rise, the men rest, ready for a new day of training, learning, growing. In their dreams, they already see themselves as what they are meant to become: the elite of Rome, the protectors of the empire, the heirs of a centuries-old tradition.
Before the sun breaks through the night, the tuba calls, we rise as one. Cold morning air fills lungs with bite. Another day has just begun. Where chaos ruled, now order reigns. 100 men in perfect line. The veterans watch with knowing gaze. They see raw steel to weapons fine. Forged in Rome's 10th day by day, brothers in arms through blood and clay. Not by might alone, but united we stand. A leader Rome, sword and shield in hand. Forged in the 10th will come to be warriors that make of warfare shown. We move as one, we breathe in part, our skills precisely honed and grown. 100 swords now strike in time, a wall of shields that never breaks. The secret's not in how we fight, but in the bonds that Rome creates. Forged in Rome's 10th day by day, brothers in arms through blood and clay. Not by might alone, but united we stand. Alleluia, sword and shield in hand. Forged in the 10th will come to be warriors that make Rome's glory free. With weathered hands we raise our walls, our fortress home in foreign lands. We sharpen steel and mend our shields, the line between both death and life. Around the fires as darkness falls, we share our tales, confront our fears. From strangers to a brotherhood, the 10th's true strength at last appears. As stars ignite across the sky, we rest our limbs but not our will. For in our dreams we see the men